Guess what I got? If you read the title, you probably already know. But I've got a DJI Mavic Air 2. I've had it about a week. Got it for Christmas. This is the first weekend I've had to really get out and fly it. So I'm going to show you what the first week, or tell you what the first week was like of having this thing. So the first thing that I had to do was figure out how to get it off the ground, right? So I got it Christmas morning, Christmas afternoon. I was excited about it. Had to get it in the air. Jumped on the Play Store, Android Play Store. Downloaded the DJI Fly app. Couldn't get it. Could not get it. Couldn't figure it out. And you know, I'm a man. I can figure this stuff out on my own, right? So I had watched some videos a long time ago, decided what drone I wanted, and I decided that I wanted the DJI Mavic Air 2. So I couldn't get it off the ground. Why? I kept getting 255, I think it was a 255 error code. I kept getting it, couldn't get it to do right, couldn't get it to even start up. So I put it down. And the next day, the next day I got home and decided, all right, I've worked on this for a couple of hours, a few hours by myself. I need some help. So I jump on YouTube and I decided I'm going to watch some videos on it. So come to find out that the DJI Fly app that I had downloaded, I was watching some videos and I was like, my app doesn't look like these guys' app. I must have an updated app, right? So my app must be updated, and they're using an old app. So then look around a little bit more and find out that you have to download, for Android, you have to download the one. So it was just a gunshot. Let me explain why. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Out here, I've got no flight restrictions out here. I can do whatever I want to within the legal limits. But with that comes deer hunters. So there's people around shooting weapons and shooting guns and stuff. And I think there's some guy over here that's just target practicing. So no big deal. If you hear a gunshot, don't worry about it. They ain't coming after me. Anyway, back to the story. So I had to figure out how to download the proper app. Well, you got to go to on Android. On Android, you have to go to the DJI app, DJI website, and download the app from there. Problem is your phone won't let you download it from the DJI website. So there's this little app that you have to download called the APK installer. You have to have the APK installer to install the Fly app, the DJI Fly app, off the website. So once I did that, and then I got it off the ground. So I was able to get it off the ground, get it going. So after that, now you got to figure out how to work the control right there. Then you have this little gimbal protector on here. You don't want to crank it up with this. You don't want to turn it on with this little gimbal protector on there, because it's going to go through a calibration mode, and the gimbal's going to do all kinds of moving around and stuff. So this little gimbal protector, I know it looks like it's like a tinted lens cover thingamabobber, but it's not. It's there to protect the gimbal. So if you pop that off, like so, then there's the gimbal. That's the camera. That thing is, from what they tell me, is very sensitive. From what I've heard on YouTube videos, is you want to protect that at all cost. I mean, you don't want to damage it because it's very sensitive. It's a motorized camera. It stays level no matter what your drone's doing. So what I did is I watched videos for almost a week before I even came out here to even try to attempt to fly it. Now I live in town, all kinds of flight restrictions, all kinds of stuff like that. So out here, there's absolutely no flight restrictions whatsoever. The only thing is the FAA, restrictions of 400 feet and line of sight. That's it. So, a few things that I did wrong that's already cost me a couple of propellers. Number one is don't fly it in the house. In the house, you're not going to get a good GPS signal. And on those rainy, cloudy days, it's going to be tempting, especially if you just got it and you can't wait to get it in the air. Don't do it in the house. Now, I practiced my takeoffs and my landings in the living room, just straight up and down. I've done it many, many, many times. That's what they recommend you do. Take off, land. But inevitably, if you're flying it in the house, you think, and in my mind, you know, me being a man, a guy, I'm thinking, well, if I can fly it in the house, I can fly it anywhere, right? Yeah. So the best thing to do is to not fly it in the house and get outside and learn what the controllers do. Learn what the controls do. Now, let's talk about the controls. This little thing right here, you see that? It screws in this spot right here. It comes with a spare set of these for a good reason. Because when you take these off, eventually you're going to drop it. They're a little bitty. I was putting them on in the house, dropped one in the house, gone. Swept, looked under everything, couldn't find that thing anywhere. So I've only got one spare left in a week. So being outside in the grass, you're going to lose those little things. So be careful with those. Another thing that I found out is, in a hurry, you just want to fly it, you're just going to pick it up a little bit, you know, just a little bit, just get it off the ground, see what it'll do. Don't try it without your phone in there, because this thing right here operates off GPS signal. These two things don't work together without this in there, because this is where the GPS signal comes from. And there's probably a bunch of people watching this right now going, what a dummy, of course that's right. Yeah, okay. So, but there's probably also a bunch of guys out there going, man, thanks for that. But yeah, luckily this thing got off the ground and just flew to the side by itself and hit the fence, and that's as far as it got. And that was the only time I ever tried to fly it without the phone in it. Anything else? Just right off the top, know what your drone's going to be doing. Learn it, fly it in a wide open spot. There are a couple of maneuvers that I'll show you in a little bit that are the quick shots. When you're doing quick shots, the drone is working by itself. You don't have any control over it. Know what you need to do to stop the drone. I'm just telling you, yesterday I was out here flying it around, just kind of poking at it for a little bit, and I hit a quick shot, and I had no idea what the quick shot was going to do. And I'll show you more about the quick shot on the app in a little bit. But I had no idea what the quick shot was going to do. Well, this thing started out and just went wide, big circle, and wound up in a pine tree over there. And that cost me 3 propellers, actually. So your propellers, let me show you real quick. See the little silver ring on the propellers? It has to match that, and the little silver ring. That's where that propeller goes. You notice this one doesn't have the little silver ring, and there's no silver ring on the actual motor itself. So don't mix and match those. Of course, you know, you got to know. So just take it from me that it doesn't work. It gets all wonky jawed and you're going to crash it. So that was another crash. I've probably crashed this thing already probably about 10 times, I would imagine. Nothing major. The most major one was that pine tree. That pine tree right there. That's the one that did it. So it went in there, and when I say it hit every limb coming down, I think it bounced back up and hit some limbs twice. So it was brutal. I thought that was it. I thought the drone was done. I went over there, picked it up, replaced the propellers on it, cranked it right back up, and took right back off. So if there's anything else I think of that I might need to tell you. Now, let me tell you this. I am not a drone expert. Like I said, I've had this a week. So this is just a guy that just got a drone that's trying to tell you some of the pains of the first week and getting up to the first fly. Some guys out there that know a lot about these drones. I recommend watching their videos. One of them is Jevin Dovey, his YouTube channel. He's very good with drones. And another one is the Pilot Institute. Now the Pilot Institute is going to show you talk about FAA regulations and show you some stuff, and they've got courses you can take online and stuff like that. And I recommend it. Now, I haven't done it, but of course I've only had it for a week. But Jevin Dovey, once you put do a search for him on YouTube, he's going to really show you some things, and it's also going to put it in your search bar that you want to look up drones. And there's a bunch of people out there that know a lot about this stuff. And if you're having a problem with your drone, you're not the first person to have that problem. Promise you. So just look it up on YouTube, and there's plenty of tutorials, plenty of people out there. I'm just a guy that's trying to show you how your first drone flight might go. You're gonna wreck it. You're gonna crash it. You're gonna tear up the propellers. So just get ready for that. It's gonna break your heart the first time you do it. I promise. Your stomach's gonna fall out your feet, and yeah. But usually, I mean, the drone is pretty durable. The drone is actually pretty durable. It's the propellers and the gimbal that's gonna mess you up. My drone's got grass stains all over it already. So videos and stuff that I did. Look, I know this is very basic. I didn't cover much on it, but if you need to know more, there's guys out there that know a lot about this stuff. I was just trying to give you an idea what it's going to be like when your first time ever flying. It's very, you just got to figure things out. And I spent a week on video. Like I said, I spent a week on just watching video after video after video on this thing. That's pretty much what I did. Every time I sat down at the desktop, I just started watching videos on YouTube. Anyway, so let me drink some coffee, and I'm gonna fly this thing around. I'll record what I'm doing over here on my screen, so you can see what I'm doing. Anyway, all right, later. All right, well, that's it, guys and gals. I'll basically run around, take some more videos, more drone footage here and there. I've got a couple of spots. There's a lake over there I want to try to video. Bayou over here I want to try to video, and some other stuff. Anyway, hope y'all liked the video. Hopefully it was helpful. I don't know if it was or not. It was fun for me to do because I have enjoyed flying my drone. Just be mindful of where you fly, be considerate, and follow all the rules. And you should have, one thing y'all need to know, flight restrictions. Make sure you know what your flight restrictions are. Like I said, I have none out here, none at all out here. So I could fly as high as I want to, do whatever I want to out here. But if you're flying in town, know what your flight restrictions are. Go to the DJI website, and they have all that on there. So there's about 10 different flight restrictions you can have, a list of them on there. From red is fully restricted, and you can get permission if you have different licenses you can get. I think Part 107, something like that. Anyway, that's for commercial flying and stuff. And you can get the restrictions lifted, with the right permissions and all that stuff. But it's easier just to follow them. Just yellow is caution, blue is gray. There's all kinds of them. Just pay attention to them, know them what they are around you, and have some fun. And just don't make people mad. And be considerate of everyone around you. And just because you're flying a drone don't mean you can fly it anywhere you want to. Just know that. Anyway, all right. Let's enter montage mode. Go! that's the little bit of video that I put together over the weekend. Hope y'all enjoyed it. So I don't know what else to say about it. Anyway, so that's it. Like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell so it goes ding ding anytime I post a video. Anyway, alright. Thanks guys and gals. Peace.